What's up, Village Church? Hope y'all are doing well. If I don't seem like my typical chipper, upbeat, energetic self, it's because I've had an incredibly crazy week that culminated with a whirlwind trip to two different post offices today over the period of 2.5 hours. And I feel like 7 years of my life have been taken from me. But that's beside the point. You all have been to the DMV or the post office at some point or another, so you probably get exactly what I'm talking about. I was reading through the passage at the end of Exodus 15 where God leads Moses and the people to the edge of a land called Marah. Marah is a word meaning bitterness. And they couldn't drink the water in Marah because it was bitter. So he tests Moses and says, hey, pick up that log and throw it in the water. Moses throws a log in the water. Simple task, throw a log in the water, and it heals the water and the people are able to drink it. It says the scripture says it actually makes it sweet, which is really interesting. And at the end of this, God says, now here I give you this statute and this rule. If you obey my commandments, I will not inflict upon you the diseases that I inflicted on the people of Egypt. And it kind of sounds more like a threat than a promise at first. But as I think about it, I think of the bitterness I dealt with at the post office today, and maybe I won't encounter the diseases the Egyptians encountered due to modern medical advances. Maybe I will, who knows? I'm trying to do my best to follow God, but anything could happen. But I think what's more important is that when we listen to the law of the Lord, it overcomes the diseases of our soul. Bitterness is like an infection, and the more you allow it to grow, the more angry I get at the post office standing in line after having been sent back and forth between two different ones 4 times in the course of one day. It's easy to get bitter and to let that grow in you and fester, and for that anger to become a fire. And it's not a big deal. It's just more irritating and inconvenient than anything. But bitterness unchecked is like a disease. And in those moments today, God told me, you need to be kind to the post office workers, to the people in front of you and around you, to the gal that's breathing down your neck and is not social distancing. All of those people, you need to be kind to them. And it wasn't, it was for their benefit, but it was also for the benefit of my soul. I can't let the disease of bitterness infect me. And I was definitely tested today. And I don't know how you guys are being tested this week, but I want to encourage you that if you're challenged to let that bitterness grow, to let that disease fester, that you would submit that to God, and you would choose to, whether it's take the high road when someone cuts you off in traffic and ease off the pedal and roll that finger down and roll the window up, whether it's resisting the urge to shout at the person at the post office desk for sending you back and forth 4 times. Be kind. Be love. Exemplify loving your neighbor, because it's so easy to be angry and be bitter and be hateful. But that's caused more destruction than good in the world. And if we are called to be members of God's kingdom, and he stands for what is good and true and right and honorable, then it behooves us to take our time and slow down and accept the test, to not be bitter and to embrace love. Hope you guys do well. We'll talk to you soon and see you Sunday.